Okay, Rex, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. What's going on, Rex?
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you see me?
No, I don't.
Or
I
did the
don't.
Chinese get us?
The Chinese guy, I don't see you. I hear you fine. I don't see you. You might need to kick your camera on,
Fuck.
bud.
Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of retarded. It runs in the family.
There it
what's
is.
up?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I know I look a little crazy. I'm not full Owen Benjamin. I just got out of calculus, so a little fucked. But what's up?
I don't find you very crazy or off-putting looking at all.
Yeah, not
He
yet.
really looks like just a regular young jock guy.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start talking about the evil Jews or about the flat Earth?
I
can do that.
Well, you might want to crush a couple Adderalls and snort those first, and then just start down in White Claws. Once you're on your like eighth White Claw,
I'm already there.
There you go.
There.
He's handling it a lot better than I.
A lot better. Well, he's younger, youth. You have a lot more tolerance. But yeah, thanks for being on,
Rex.
Rex.
Sunken in yet?
Thanks for being on, Rex.
No problem.
Yeah,
dude, I have been binge watching all of y'all's shit, and I don't say that in like how my dad will sometimes say like, oh, I've been watching your stuff, Crowder, or whatever. I've been legitimately binge watching y'all. You guys are some funny shit. I can't believe I never heard of y'all before. Fucking YouTube algorithm, man.
That's I know you. By the way, you know why I know Rex is telling the truth, because he actually was going back and forth with somebody else, and I saw that he didn't tag us or anything.
It was Adam Green.
Adam
Green was yelling at him like, "Why you admit your dad's a side of show?" And you're like, "Look, dude, I don't. What do you want from me?
Listen,
try to do my own thing here."
I hate the crazy, evil, grand Jewish conspiracy people almost as much as I hate the neocons. Like, given the chance, I would still rather have a Twitter argument with them than with like someone like Dan Crenshaw, because I hate him more. Because people see him as more reasonable, so they give him more credit for some reason. Because at least like the crazy Jew people are laughed at. But I'm so sick of dealing with those people in my comments. I'm just flooded with it now because I'm like, hey, I don't think we should be giving Israel so much money, but I don't think they're evil. And then it's like, why are you a Zionist shill? Why are you evil? Why are you this? Why are you that? I'm just so sick of the shit. But anyway, what's up?
Besides that, you know what? I take that back. You're a little crazy, but it is endearing, and I like it.
Just a little bit.
So you brought up Dan Crenshaw. So we on this show, I'm sure if you've been listening, could tell we don't like that pirate LARPer one bit. But what do you think about all the stuff you turned your camera around? Now I'm seeing this.
Yeah, I know. I fucked up.
That's okay.
I know it's old news, but I'm just really sick of it because for some reason he's given all this credibility, like he's this grand wizard who knows everything. He lost his eye, and I'm not discrediting the dude. I'm sure that sucks, but he's sitting around like Nick Fury from like Marvel, acting like he knows everything, when in reality he's just another one of those fucking John McCain people, and I can't stand it, and I'm sick of it. There's a kid at my school who I argue with all the time who unironically has a Daily Wire like Leftist Tears Tumblr. And
oh no!
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. And
you ever tell him to save some pussy for the rest of us? Hey, bro, save some pussy for the rest of us. Put that Leftist Tears Tumblr away. All these women are going to be lining up to blow us.
That is worse than the Mug Club. I don't care what you say. It's worse. It's
well, at least Crowder's mug just says the Louder with Crowder on it.
Right,
like,
it's not a pun.
Hey, here's my show logo.
It's not a Myrtle Beach T-shirt that you buy.
Every time I sip my coffee, it's actually me owning the libtards.
Imagine being a conservative like hype beast, like people that wear all like the Supreme shit. Like imagine flexing your Leftist Tears hot or cold tumbler.
It really is bad. It's boomers, but that's the thing.
What life choices do you go through to reach that point?
Well, I think like it's boomers, like Daily Wire and stuff like that, and even the Mug Club. It's a lot of pandering. It's pandering to boomers. It's boomer. I find that hilarious. That's what it is. It's.
I don't.
I'm
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I interrupt people. I know.
Man, you like father like son.
Seriously,
like
the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Like father like son.
It's cool. I'll play the old Owen Schroyer.
Sorry, super male vitality is boiling up.
I'll play the role of Owen Schroyer and do this every two.
But
someday,
one day you'll get your
someday
shot.
It'll be me on that in that chair.
But anyway, what I was saying was like the life choices and. It's like fake conservatism. It's diet conservatism. Conservatism is what it really is. It's okay. I'm going to pretend like I'm controversial, and that's one of the things I have against Crowder. And I don't hate Crowder. I hate Ben Shapiro. Like it's in my Twitter bio.
That's
I can't stand the guy. here's the deal. It's fake conservatism, and it's like, ooh, look how edgy I am, making fun of Asian people. Really? Well, like y'all were saying, really? Is that edgy?
No, it's not. Look, but the thing is, again, it's, and we were saying it earlier too. It's like, they get a lot of these B-list stars on there, and it's like, look how woke it's.
Hey, but again, leave the Hodge twins out of this. They are American heroes. They're two black guys. Right. They support Trump. They are literally like the guys who hoisted up the flag at Iwo Jima.
Well, what bothers me, Rex, is that they give a platform, like, they'll give which I don't mind. Have whoever you want on your show, but they provide
100%. I totally agree.
They provide cover for people like Crenshaw. Like, I was watching the Crowder interview with Crenshaw, and it was just a softball after softball, where people actually have legitimate concerns here. People actually are worried about them fucking kicking your door down and taking your shit because your wife is mad.
Dude, the red flag laws, especially if you look at them and the way they're written by people, especially in California and stuff, and even if you look at what Crenshaw wants to do, it's some scary shit. Imagine having your neighbor or your ex-wife or your ex-girlfriend or someone that just fucking hates you say, oh yeah, this person is showing violent signs, he's scary, he's saying things, I don't think you should have guns, and all of a sudden you have like 12 armed SWAT team members in your house. That's not right. That's not constitutional. That's not reasonable. That's fucking insane.
And it already happens in this country. It's just 100%. That they just don't put you on a list and take all your rights away. As it stands right now, it's like, you see that shit all the time. You just see petty, angry neighbors that just go like, oh, I don't know about this guy over here. Right. Like people are fighting over barbecue smells.
Just look how divorced mothers use CPS, and you're going to tell me that the law can't be abused?
No, of course it can. But see, that's the thing. When we talk about Dan Crenshaw, it's like, his whole little, him playing it off. Like, he's the other one. He's another one pandering. Like, I saw the memes about me, and they weren't great. Like, first off, they were amazing. All right.
I saw this fucking hilarious one where it was him smoking a joint, and he was like, "No, bro, my red flag laws are different. It's a different strain." And that made me laugh my ass off.
Yeah, they're conservative red flag laws.
But that's the point. Is like, first off, starting off with this, what they want to do isn't even like a federal measure. So they want to do what they do with the Department of Transportation, with speed limits, with drinking, with smoking, where they give you money to enact these red flag laws, and all these states want monies, right? It want money, right? So they're going to enact them. And when that happens, first off, the federal government can't now tell these states exactly how they're going to enforce these laws. So they always, it's a conservative red flag law, which then just opens the door when and it's going to happen when a bunch of Democrats get Congress, when they're going to then amend that red flag law to make it a list, or when you talk
100%.
about Trump, or when you talk about a conspiracy theory, or when you talk about anything, you're going to then have risked your Second Amendment right. And by the way, it violates like the Second and Fourth Amendment and First Amendment.
Well, people tend to forget about unlawful search and seizure.
Yeah,
that's a big one. That was something that that the Revolutionary War was really fought over, especially just the violation of all our civil liberties. And as conservatives or libertarians or whatever the fuck you are, if you hate the government like I do, I thought that we were against creating new laws just constantly. Why do we do this? And you were saying something excellent about that in your Dan Crenshaw video. I watched the clip where it was him talking with Rogan. Why is it that we elect these people who promise to make the government smaller, and all they do is just sign more laws in a different direction? And laws are easy to change, and they're not easy to repeal. Well, that's the deal. Easy to change, not easy to repeal.
I think it's because they you have to understand when you get into Congress or whatever, you have to ensure you have a job, right? More laws means more. When they say you got stuff done in Congress, right, that means you have to propose the bill or propose the law or propose. So it's nobody that ever's run on either side that's ever said we're going to have less government, except maybe Ron Paul. Like, I would say, like, Ron Paul was where he was like, no, I'm not going to do it. He's the only one of the two that voted against the Patriot Act. But very few people are going to vote against their best interest, And also, if you don't feel like the neocons want you to, Ben Shapiro's going to find and go, we should bomb Iran. We should kill 150 people. I don't care. We need to kill everybody. Or I'm going to shame you, even though I don't know a thing about war. Like, they will. If you don't pander, they'll take you down.
Know what? You need to shut the fuck up. He knows what he's talking about. He's important. He's smart. He runs the Daily Wire. He's got those people in his employ. He sells mugs and tumblers. You need to listen to him. He knows what he's talking about. So it's time for you to shut the fuck up and just let real conservatives who know what they're talking about with no proof, and who won't serve in the military that they claim to love. It's time for you to step aside and let them make your decisions for you.
I'm a real conservative. Crazy. I'm a real conservative, but I lived in Hollywood my entire life. Literally my entire, it's things like that where you're like, no, you're not, man. Fucking move to the Midwest. All these people, it's the neocons. That's the thing with the neocons, man. The neocons they're this own breed. The neocons, and that's why people get mad at boomers, because the neocons are the leftover boomers. That's who they're pandering to. That's who.
It's weird. It's really weird because at least if you're like Bernie Sanders crazy left, at least you're out there in the open about it. Those people are just as insanely left as Bernie. They just show it in different ways. They want to eradicate your right to privacy.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? And another thing is the audacity of Rogan saying, "Well, we got to take the guns. It's so sad that we even have a statistic to reflect the mass shootings." Well, he owns guns and he has crossbows and he's taking fucking DMT and mushrooms and smoking weed, which I think you should be able to do all those things and keep your guns. Fuck it, man. I'm a libertarian. Take whatever drugs you want, have sex with whoever you want, as long as it's not a kid. As long as you're not hurting anyone, do what you want. But the audacity of Rogan saying that people should have their guns taken away for dangerous behavior when he's sitting over there fucking smoking DMT, talking about his vision quests, it's insane. It truly is insane.
He really is like Chakotay from fucking Voyager, isn't he? He's always fucking, I'm gonna go in the wild. But he's right, and the problem when these red flag laws pass, they're gonna make it also where if you get caught with any drugs, if you get caught with anything, they're gonna come and take your shit. And that's really the end game.
That's my biggest issue with medical marijuana is Crenshaw's like, okay, I want a medical legalization. I watched that on Rogan too, where Joe Rogan was trying to talk to him about weed. It's like, I'm for the medical legalization, but I'm not for recreational use. That's another anti-Second Amendment thing, because in many states, if you have a medical marijuana card, they can come take your fucking guns.
Oh yeah, no,
they can do it.
No, yeah, it is illegal. It's illegal too. I know in Florida for sure it's illegal if you have a medical card to own a firearm. Mike's talked about it before too, where you're better off just taking the misdemeanor for possession.
Yeah. Like if it ever comes that way here, that's what I'm doing. I would just obtain my weed illegally. I hate to say that, but you can get a weed charge and still not lose your gun.
Exactly. You're right. That's a really good point. If you have the medical card, then you just can't have it.
It's so insane that we're even have to have this conversation.
I'm not surprised.
The federal government has found yet another way to take people's guns by like you can trade your rights for weed.
Oh
basically. And it's fucking crazy.
It worked for Canada.
Yeah. Look at Canada.
Canada's doing great.
Yeah, they're doing awesome.
Toronto's such a beautiful city. I've always wanted to visit there and see the majestic sights, see all the fucking vegans rolling around the street.
Go to Chick-fil-A, dude. You gotta go to Chick-fil-A in Toronto and fucking teach them a lesson.
Going back to Crenshaw.
I'm gonna go to Chick-fil-A like as a ceremonial thing this evening, and I'm gonna have to get a chicken sandwich because you know what? I gotta support that company.
What were you gonna say, Mike?
I gotta do it.
No, I was just saying in terms of Crenshaw. Like I was probably one of the few people that wasn't surprised when this all came out, because now everybody hates him. But I started hating him like 3 months ago.
Yeah, that's true.
When he, when I heard a clip of him, like right after the Pete Davidson thing, and then he was on SNL like sucking Pete Davidson's dick, and then like a week later, I saw some interview.
The amount of gagging that went on in that little thing where he was sitting there jerking him off under the table.
It was pathetic. He just wanted more votes.
It was sad.
And then like a week later, I saw some viral video of him, and he's like, "If we don't fight him over there, we got to fight him over here." And I'm like, "No, we don't. We don't.
You're right.
They're like literally, we have been meddling in their bullshit over there for fucking since the inception of this country, and every time we do it, it gets worse."
Yeah. Maybe we should stop like
killing people's dads.
I don't know. I don't know. 573 drone strikes during the Obama administration. If I was an 8-year-old, I tweeted this out. If I was an 8-year-old brown kid who watched his entire family and most of his friends get slaughtered by an Obama era drone, I might hate the United States.
Yeah, well, of course.
I might go and join ISIS.
Yeah, it's so funny when they're like, they hate us for our freedom, and it's like, no, I hate you because you burned my dad to death with white phosphorus.
Yeah, you accidentally bombed the Doctors Without Borders.
There's a little more logic behind this terrorist attack than I think you realize. It's not justified, but you think it's just, oh man, they hate us because of baseball and apple pie, and it's like, no, you killed my dad.
And by the way, most of them watch baseball. Most of them watch the call. Look, again, no one's obviously they did a lot of fucked up shit. No one's defending him, obviously.
100%.
There's a realistic view of stuff. They try to make it look, especially when Bush was in office, it was like Ooga Booga Cave people are trying to take our freedoms, and we're like, get the Ooga Booga Cave people.
Yeah, rename the French fries. Woo,
freedom fries. Like, what are we doing?
I'm gonna come out and say something controversial. I dislike George Bush more than I dislike Obama. I really.
Oh yeah,
do.
no. I agreed 100%.
The fucking path. You know what, Obama?
There'd be no Obama without Bush.
Was a bad. Obama was a bad motherfucker. But and I don't mean that as a compliment. Obama was an evil, sadistic, cruel bastard who killed a whole bunch of people in that region. But you know what? Who got that shit started? Who got it really kicked off? Just perfectly nice. Stuck the landing. George Bush.
Well, Dick Cheney. But yes.
Dick Cheney.
I mean, Robot Heart.
George Bush is possibly retarded, but
Robot Heart.
He's the figurehead.
Yeah, it is. No, you're right. And Mike had a really good point. Like without
Bush administration.
Yeah, without Obama, without Bush, you're right, would be no Obama. Like it's the
Bush was 8 years of like easing us into the idea of authoritarianism.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And then Obama came along and we just whipped into leftists like everyone's gonna get free everything. It's gonna be great. What?
The Bush administration kind of lubed the American populace up, and then Obama just kind of rammed it in there. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
bad analogy.
It did, and knowing Obama, that might be something.
The rape of the conversation.
Knowing
the
Obama,
rape of the Constitution.
Knowing Obama, that might be something he's used to, lubing it up. But look, I don't know. That's a lot of.
I'm pretty sure Michelle is a man. You know what I'm gonna come out and say.
He ordered a lot of hot dogs, and that's just weird to me.
You really think that's a dick down there? What do you guys think?
There's at least a 3.2%.
I think that's.
I'd say
a lot because everyone's like, "Oh, Obama's a man." Oh, I mean, Michelle's a man or whatever, and you're like, "I don't know," but that bitch looks like she could palm a basketball.
I saw a dick.
Yeah, that dance.
I need the presence of this dick explained to me
when she was dancing.
Yeah, and if you explain it reasonably, I'll go, oh, okay, cool. But nobody's reasonably explained why there's.
She has what scientists call an Arby's Big Montana cunt. So what happens is the flaps. The flaps. No, look, no respect to the first lady. All right, there's no horsey sauce on it. I don't know if she has a yeast infection, maybe.
No, I get it.
But it's flapped.
There's a canoe in the canal.
But I've seen. But you're right. I need to know what that was that was flapping around.
That's no excuse. I used to work in strip clubs. I've seen girls whose pussies look like fucking face huggers, and they still don't look like a dick in a dress.
Right.
That was a dick.
Listen, I'm joking here. I don't actually think Michelle Obama's a man. I think there's about a 3.2% chance.
Then explain the dick to me. Explain the dick, Rex.
We need to know about the dick.
Strap on, possibly. I don't know what they're into.
Why would you wear one on Ellen?
It was Ellen. Okay, you know what?
She forgot to take the strap.
You're right. I didn't think about that, and now we've pieced it together.
There's levels to this. There's levels to it.
We've pieced it together. We've cracked the case.
Ellen was like, look, I want to fuck a chick who looks like A$AP Rocky. Can you help me out?
And then there she was.
Well, I think that Ellen wanted to play in the WNBA and that she was really upset about it. So she kind of took out her frustration on Michelle. Now that's my personal
opinion. She does look like somebody who's a big WNBA fan.
And
Ellen,
she loves it. Playoffs.
She's like calling bookies, and they're like, I don't even know how to take bets on that, lady.
Ellen DeGeneres looks like she dresses from clothes she bought from a David Spade yard sale. Like that's what she dressed. Yeah, very skinny but no, Ellen's another one where when people talk about controlled and whatever, the only person that ever talked to that Las Vegas shooting security guard was Ellen. No one else talked to that dude. Like he was supposed to be on was it Hannity, and then he just fucking left and he disappeared. Yeah. So it's like let's put this guy who's a hero who supposedly helped stop a bigger tragedy on Ellen DeGeneres out of all shows, like not a major news network. So I think that she's another one that's just absolutely does what she's told.
Ellen is a show that you put on for your husband who's in like a vegetative state when you leave to go to work. Like that show is.
Ellen is what you
that
put
show
on.
is
Ellen's what you
pure
put on so
garbage.
your dog hears voices when you leave the house, so he doesn't get lonely. You just put Ellen on. So, hey, Rex.
I know she's not super political, but I would rather watch Trevor Noah. I really would, because at least there's something going on.
Don't watch the stand up, because there's nothing going on there. What are you working on? How's your show coming along?
Good. I'm trying to figure out how to get things launched. We're almost there. I want to do like a long format thing like y'all do. Obviously, it's hard because I'm still in school and I got a lot of bullshit going on right now. But things are going really good. And I take back what I said earlier. I wouldn't rather watch Trevor Noah. I'd rather watch Brendan Schaub's special.
Brendan Shaw, he's Chinese.
It's like his every impression. One time I met Alex Jones, right? And he was all like, ha, hello, I do info law. It's like, why is everybody a bad Chinese accent now, Brendan?
It's like you were saying, imagine making weed jokes in 2019.
Yeah, it's really, it's fucking cringe. Hey, man, plug your stuff, dude. This was great. We love having you on.
Well, sure. Hey, man, I like talking to y'all too. You guys are legitimately funny, which is hard to find because people are either just fucking neocons or just
but your dad says when your dad's on Crowder, he says you listen to Crowder, so you know.
See, here's the thing. I like Change My Mind. I watch a lot of those.
Right.
I like the one where Crowder melted down. The socialism one was very interesting to see. But I like some of the Change My Mind stuff. I'll come out and say it. I like some of the Change My Mind stuff. I don't hate Crowder. I've watched a couple of his things. I don't find him funny. Yeah. I don't find him funny at all.
I like whenever he gets alpha mailed and panics.
I'll watch Change My Mind. I guess right now I'll plug my shit. All I have right now is this Twitter. Like I said, I'm working on getting more things launched. I'm kind of retarded, runs in the family, so it might take a little while. But we're on the path. We're on the path.
That's awesome, man. So what's your Twitter?
Rex Jones News. Follow me if you want to see me.
Yeah, why don't you follow me back, Rex?
Yeah, you
should.
He
doesn't follow me back, and I'm kind of getting a little bothered by it.
Oh my god, I don't.
You're big leaguing me, bro.
Sorry.
It's at Terrorsburg.
It's at Terrorsburg, and you're just big leaguing him.
It's cool. No, you want to big league me? It's fine. Whatever. It's cool. Whatever.
Yeah. We're kidding.
Seriously though, I love talking to y'all. Have me on anytime you want. It's always fun to talk to y'all. You guys are legitimately funny as shit.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for being on, man. We do appreciate it.
No problem.
Later, dude.
All right. See y'all later.
Bye.
Rex Jones, ladies and gentlemen.